Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I will be fantasy rebooking WWE Clash at the Castle 2022. Clash at the Castle is this Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I think I can make the card a lot better. It's the first big UK show in a long time. We need to go big, we need to do amazing things. So first we start off with the Raw Women's title match. No, not a six-woman tag match, but an Elimination Chamber match. It's your first UK show. You want to do big, and why not do big than with the Elimination Chamber match? You have 6 women: Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Bianca Belair, Bayley, Io Shirai, and Dakota Kai. Put them in the chamber and build seeds of turmoil, like in Belair, Asuka, and Bliss. They work together, knowing only one of them can walk out with the title. And same thing with damage control, like who's gonna walk out with the title. And so this is going to be the classic chamber, not the current chamber, because this chamber looks a lot better in my opinion. That's just me. A lot more brutal. The match starts off with Bayley and Bianca Belair. These two have a phenomenal performance with each other. Sorry about that. These two have a good performance with each other. Then at number 3, Dakota Kai. She comes in and then her and Bayley starts beating down on Bianca Belair. Kind of a 2-on-1 assault, damage control, putting Bianca Belair in a corner, slamming her against the steel. And then at number 4, Asuka comes in to even out the odds. And about a minute or two after she enters, she locks in the Asuka lock on Dakota Kai, makes her tap, and Dakota Kai is eliminated. And then coming at number 5 is Io Shirai. She comes in once again evening the odds between Bayley and Asuka and Bianca Belair. It's a 2-on-2 affair. And then coming at number 5 is Alexa Bliss. Things are a bit uneven again. Bliss comes out and joins up with her teammates. And then Bayley will go on to eliminate Asuka. Sorry, Asuka, it's not your time right now. Bayley eliminates Asuka. And then Bianca Belair will go on to eliminate Io Shirai. And then Bayley will get a quick roll-up over Bianca Belair, eliminating her. A shock, quick elimination of Bianca Belair. She doesn't even make it to the final 2 between Bayley and Alexa Bliss. The match goes on for another 8 minutes. Alexa Bliss looks like she has Bayley on the ropes. She's about to hit her finisher, whatever that may be. And then the lights go out. Everybody's wondering, kind of like, argh! And then the Fiend appears and he attacks Alexa Bliss, setting a message that the Fiend doesn't forgive and he doesn't forget. He attacks Alexa Bliss, and going forward we will have the Fiend versus Alexa Bliss in a feud. Maybe a Firefly Funhouse match. That would be fun. And then Bayley goes over, pins Alexa Bliss after the Finn leaves, and she becomes the Raw Women's Champion. You know, as a thank you for her carrying the fucking women's division on her back during the pandemic. Just saying. She deserves it. And plus, the Fiend coming in really would give a big woo beginning to the night. Next up, we have Walter versus Sheamus. I'm keeping this match. It's a fun match to do. This match goes on about 12 minutes. It's a wild brawl. It's a good match. Sheamus and Walter are throwing each other around like rag dolls. But after Pete Dunne comes in and attacks Sheamus, Walter retains the Intercontinental Champion. Next up, a triple threat match for the United States Championship. Bobby Lashley will be defending against both Tommaso Ciampa and The Miz. This match goes on about 16 minutes. And of course we have appearances from Dexter Lumis and The Miz, because that's fun. The match is going on great. However, at the end, Tommaso Ciampa hits his finisher on Bobby Lashley. Yes, Bobby Lashley. He pins him 1, 2, 3. And he becomes the United States Champion. Next up, we have Matt Riddle versus Seth Rollins. This match goes on about 20 minutes. It's a 20-minute match. And these two are just going haymaker. They're out in the They're beating the shit out of each other outside the ring, inside the ring. They're just not having. It's a blood feud. If you want, you can have blood in this match. If you want, I don't think it's necessary. But I think Matt Riddle should beat Seth Rollins. Clean as a whistle. And next up, we have a two falls-esque kind of match. We have the Mysterios versus the Usos versus Gallus, Joe and Mark Coffey, Gallus. And the first fall will be for the Raw Tag Titles, and the second fall will be for the SmackDown Tag Titles, because both titles need to be defended. So the first fall, this match goes on about, the match goes on about 12 minutes before we get the first fall. The Mysterios, Dominic Mysterio pins Mark Coffey, and they become the Raw Tag Team Champions. About 8 minutes later, Mark Coffey pins Rey Mysterio, and the Coffey brothers become the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. The Usos are never pinned, so going forward, if you want the Usos to have a feud with the Mysterios, you can do that. If you want the Usos to have a feud with Gallus, you can do that. Also, Gallus are amazing, and it's a UK show, so you want as much UK representation as you want. And honestly, they need to be called up to the main roster because they're amazing. And just giving them a boost with the SmackDown Tag Titles would be delicious. And next up, we have Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville defending the Women's Tag Team Champions against Sasha Banks and Naomi. Yes, yes, yes. I think Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville should have teamed up, and they should have won the Women's Tag Titles because they were already established as a tag team. And they will be facing off against Sasha and Naomi. This match goes about 12-13 minutes. This isn't that special of a match. Sasha Banks and Naomi wins or regains the Women's Tag Team Champions. Next up, we have Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship. This match goes on about 12 minutes as well. It's a really good match. Liv Morgan is holding her own against Ronda Rousey. A lot better than what anyone expected. Ronda Rousey's a heel, by the way. Rousey is doing her best to make sure Liv Morgan's arm is broken, trying to take her out of commission. However, Liv Morgan does not roll up Ronda Rousey. She actually hits her finisher and pins Ronda Rousey 1, 2, 3 to retain the SmackDown Women's Championship clean. And then Ronda Rousey proceeds to beat the snot out of Liv Morgan as Shayna Baszler comes out and tells Rousey, no, don't do this, stop. And then Shayna gets hit with the armbar, setting up a feud between Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler going forward. Next up, we have Edge versus the Demon, Finn Balor. Yes, Edge versus the Demon is something that should have happened. It makes a lot of sense. But the Demon will absolutely destroy Edge, and just saying, hey, you can't take down Judgment Day at all. This match goes on about 10 minutes. The Demon King wins. Again, this would be an amazing thing to do for your first UK show, and plus Finn Balor, or first European show in a long time. And plus Finn Balor is from Europe. So it would just give him a big boost. And plus the Demon King is amazing. Next up, our co-main event, Roman Reigns will be defending the Universal Championship, just the Universal title, against Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross will most likely be a lot more involved in the main event picture going forward. This match goes on about 18 minutes. Reigns and Karrion Kross have a phenomenal match. Reigns spears Karrion Kross and retains the Universal Championship. However, Karrion Kross isn't done. He locks in a submission move on Roman Reigns and knocks him out clean. Paul Heyman actually, before the match with Drew McIntyre, Paul Heyman pulls out some smelling salts and he wakes up Roman Reigns, because that would be funny as hell. Reigns is a bit groggy, but now he has to defend the WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre. So, this match goes on about 16 minutes, not as long as the Karrion Kross match, but Reigns is putting up a good fight despite getting his ass handed to him by Karrion Kross in the last match. However, Drew McIntyre hits the Claymore kick. 1, 2, 3, and Drew McIntyre wins the WWE Championship again. Now, after this, you can have Austin Theory come in and cash in on Drew McIntyre if you want. If that's your jam, that's really up to you. But I wouldn't, not yet. But thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry, I had to stretch. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Chaotic One saying, peace.